Hey guys, it's the Great Fashniz, and we are back in Pax Brittania Mod 4, Hearts of Iron 4. This is episode 2. If you haven't watched the first episode, you're not going to know what's going on in the world because we had event after event after event. It was kind of crazy. Alright, so now we've got enough political power to modify our government, and the first thing we wanted to do was to go to limited conscription. The reason we're doing that is because our manpower is in a rough shape. It looks like we had a war with Greece before the game started, and they kicked the crap out of us, apparently. And I had some soldiers over there. I had to get them out of Greece, or else, been bad. Also, our manpower is down. Our 246,000 man army only has 226 men in it. So we're going to have to pop that up pretty quick. These guys are going to start mobilizing. We're going to see this number is going to jump up and then it's going to drop down as people get into the field. See, now we're down to 236,000, which will be great once we can get this going, because then we can stage an army and we can face off against. We've been looking at maybe taking over the Kingdom of Iraq. They have something that I kind of want right here. I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. That right there. This right here. Yeah. The reason we want that is because we not only want to have it for ourselves, but we want to trade it to other people. Whoops. Hold on. Back up. Okay. Alright. Construction is complete. This gave us 10% bonus. This will give us extra resource gain efficiency, but I don't think we want that right now. Right now we're building these fighters, but they're from 1933. We're in 1936. Let's build that bad. Let's start researching. Alright. Moving along. See, has our army filled up yet? Our army has filled up. We have planes in reserves. These are the older planes, but that's okay. We're going to make a flight of 100 of these. And we're going to want them to be based... Is that ours? Yeah. Boom, right here. And they're going to provide air superiority in this region. Okay, so we're moving right along. We still have low manpower. That's alright. It'll build up. A little low on rubber. It's okay. And steel. Let's see how it's... Alright, so civilian... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Denmark declared war on Denmark. Denmark is in a civil war. Social libertarianism. I guess that's the rebellious area? Or liberalism. Huh. Not what I was expecting. Alright, so our social economic expansion has gone through. We got an extra civilian factory. Really kind of think we need to keep doing that until we can get down here to get extra research slots. We need to kind of go straight down the civilian route so that we can have a lot of stuff building. Okay, you know what? I should really start my timer at the beginning of the episodes. That's why you guys have like 21, 22-minute episodes. Is because I am just really bad at remembering to do that. Okay, so as time is flying. See how the Kingdom of Iraq's looking now. Still 2 units. We can walk over them pretty quickly. You know what? Let's go ahead. It's going to take 250 something days. Let's justify a war goal. We want that region. 245 days. Alright, concentrated industry. Oh, the Denmark Civil War has ended. It is still 1936. Let's see here. You know what? In our naval... Wait a minute. We don't have any tanks. Let's go for heavy tanks. The reason we're going for heavy tanks is that's going to use some chromium. If we go light tanks, it's less steel, but we don't get to utilize our resources we already have. Alright, so let's see who won the original Denmark looks like won the Civil War there. Okay. And support weapons. These are those 1918 support weapons we didn't have before. You know what else we don't have? Trucks. Trucks would probably be really useful. Man, the Ottomans, no wonder you guys were falling apart, right? Ah, boy, I can get through find these with these buttons being different, it throws me off. Let's see, we're gonna have a boost to our civilian factories here in. Here we go. Next complete, the 9th of November. It is the 5th of September. We also need military factories, like really badly. So let's take a look. See. I want to kind of keep these where people won't steal them from me if they invade, or if they've gotten that far, it's too late. You know what I mean? No divisions in basic training. So they've been complaining that we were low on supply, and now we don't have enough in training. That's okay. How's our logistics looking? We're still 8,000 infantry equipment short. Let's hold off while we build that up. Put some shadow factories here for when we do build our factories. Let's kind of stagger these a little bit. There we go. So now we're doing civilian, military, civilian, military. Also, the infrastructure around here stinks. Okay, so you have 10 levels you can have. Most of these are 3. That's not good. The good news is we're about to get extra infrastructure and a bonus to infrastructure construction speed. That's good. As soon as that finishes, and I think that one was 70 days. Yeah, 70 days. In the meantime, let's look over here. We're on a civilian economy. If we save up 150, we can skip all these little steps when we go to war with Iraq, and we can go straight to a war economy, which is going to drop our number of consumer goods in our factories. That's, yeah, these right here. It means we'll have more factories working to build up the country instead of just, you know, doing t-shirts and whatnot. Also, what that's going to do, it's going to increase the speed we build those factories. Oh, it says there has to be 15% world tension. I'm pretty sure we're going to generate some. We'll see. If neither of the above is true, you must be at least at war with any enemy country. Okay. We'll see. We may not be able to. We may have to go to partial, which is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. 20% consumer goods factories instead of 15, and the build speed's half as good. But it's still a lot better than what we have right now. In fact, we might do that anyway. If we do that early, it's better. So we can jump over to partial mobilization as soon as that starts. Also, we want to worry about our stability because it is low. What can we do here? Weekly war support, daily political capital gain, ultranationalist drift, reduction in big extra people. Give them things. Okay. War support would be good, but I don't think I really need it. That's kind of cool. You can spend some political power to get political power. What's this? Construction speed plus 10% for a while? Yeah, that's real good. Okay, I don't want to join the Hague. Really don't want to join the Hague. Alright, so we got our 150. Let's pause for a minute here. Go ahead and jump to the partial mobilization. Jump over here. We get our infrastructure development. So let's further that civilian expansion. We're going to grab these military factories too. These are all free military factories. But I've always found it useful to get your civilian factories. Get your economy in order first. You know what I mean? Okay, down to 6,000. So we've already produced 2,000 infantry equipment. That's good. That's good. We're still going to be a little shy when our war with Iraq shows up. So our justifications will make 18th of April, 1937. That's when we're going to be able to go pump it through. Now, they know what we're doing. Looks like they know, and they have gone up to 4 military divisions, or armies, little armies here. They've got 2 of them protecting, 1 protecting Baghdad. They're just kind of across there. We'll have to surround, cut them off from their supply, and devour them. All right, the Hurricane. So we got our new airplane. Pause here for a moment. still working on our tank. Don't really do any artillery. Can't really work on that right now. So let's start up a mobile warfare doctrine. Okay, my idea is that we're going to build lots of tanks and trucks, and we're going to go quickly because the terrain around here stinks. So we're going to have to do that. This is going to give us 10% speed, less organization lost when they're moving, so they move together. They plan faster when they get there, a lot faster, and our tanks and armor break through 20% better. That's a great, great thing. Now we are producing the long fighter. I kind of want to, let's produce some close air support. We'll start slow on the close air support. No one there. And you know what? Let's do this because this is gonna have to catch up. So there we go. We definitely want the guns first, though. Rocking and rolling. Down to 5.7 thousand. And see what's going on in the world. Let's see if there's any. So Japan embargoing China. That's got 0.9% tension created. Let's see. Don't have any wars right now. But the Austrian expansionism in the Balkans, that caused some problems. We read about that, but we didn't really see it happening. I think it was probably this Transylvanian area. Speaking of the which, the Balkan League has grown. Okay, so this is now, what do we have here? Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, and Vardar. I've never heard of Vardar. Alright, so what's this say? Available planes and reserves. That's probably our close air support. We can probably put them in here. Oh, we've got 50 Hawks. Let's start getting our close air support. We're going to get 50 of them. Line those guys up. They're going to help us out a lot. We have 50 additional planes. Does Iraq have any air force? They do. They have 20 to 30. Okay, so let's finish taking care of this. Let's put these guys. Let's make 100 of them. And I don't know what they're doing, so let's put these guys on interception. So they're going to intercept any bombers or anything like that they find. Our heavy tank is complete. That's heavy artillery. So we can make divisions. We can make tanks that do just the tank. As a tank destroyer, as a artillery piece, mobile artillery, which is great against like foot soldiers. It has an increased soft attack. So our soft attack here is 15. That one's 55. Or we have the tank destroyer, which has extra hard attack, which is still pretty good. I mean, they're all good. Let's do that. Let's make some artillery. Mobile artillery. That's good, right? Now, we don't have... We need army experience before we can do this. So, there we go. Further civilian expansion. I've got to have both of these. Let's get the military expansion. And our motorized is complete. Now here, in 2 years, we'll be able to start making rocket trucks. That's cool. We like rocket trucks. But let's get back to doing what we really should have been doing. It's 1937. It's February. Production efficiency cap. Extra factories, let's get that construction speed, an additional 10%. That's going to be a big boost to us. Rocking and rolling. We are booking it through here. The Iraqis know we're coming. Coming in April. We're coming next month, just over a month. Now, when you're justifying war, what you're doing is you're telling your people why you need to go to war. And the higher the war support, the less you have to do that. But the more you win, the higher your war support. It kind of works out. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I know how I want to do this. I'm just doing a little bit of planning here. We're going to surround this guy so he can't escape. See, if a division can escape, they will. But we could wipe him out completely. These are going to be a little bit more difficult. We could kind of maybe pen him in here and then go for a surround and then get him. And that'll cut their army down dramatically. I mean, they've still got guys here. Can we see what these are? 4 to 7 infantry divisions. They're not really that different than our own. we have 9 infantry divisions. We have a combat width of 18. You really want to have it a division. Yeah, actually, you can read that right there. You want a divisor of 80. So combat takes place on an 80 width scale. Ours is actually a little bit better because of our general that lets us have that. Okay, so we got our artillery right here. Not that we can really use it yet. Do we want to build strategic bombers in the future? Or tactical bombers? Tactical bombers are cheaper. Not quite as long range. We can't nuke with them when we get there. So let's go ahead and build strategic bombers. We're not actually building them because we don't have the factories right now. But we will. We will. So there's our motorized. These are all things we will do in the future. Got a couple more military factories going. We have places to put factories. We just don't have the build for it. Alright, we're going to pause. We're going to declare war on Iraq. Okay. This is saying we have a new... Oh, these are all... austerity. We don't need all this. Requisition airliners. No, these are all bad things. But you get a lot of stuff added to the stockpile. We're not going to worry about that. Can we build our stability? But this will give us war support. Let's get some money, because you lose some because we're in an offensive war. Alright, we're going to select one of these guys to go here. We're going to select this guy to go here. And this guy is going to go ahead and pen you in. You're going to pen him in. You're going to go here. We're going to split half of you to go, whoops, that way. See how this works out. We want you to go ahead and advance, and you to go ahead and advance. There we go. Alright, so now that we've surrounded this one, you're now ordered to attack, and you will attack, and you will attack. Okay, we'll see how this is going. I haven't even really started my full battle plans yet. That's alright. Alright, pause. One of you attack here. You join in this attack. You go here. You attack in here. While we're at it, let's have these two guys. Whoop. The International Exposition of Art, Technology, and Modern Life. I don't care, to be honest. Let's push into Baghdad. Let's just see if we can. Alright, so we've wiped out those divisions. We've got continued military expansions done so we can get our extra research slot by expanding our universities. Alright, looks like we've done our little cheeky surrounds. Let's go ahead and tell the general to do what he pleases. Generals look at things and they create their strategies. They'll deploy their troops as necessary. See, like that. So we've taken Baghdad. Boom, there it goes. We're going to take all of the states. Alright, the Ottoman Authority. Alright, so let's see what's our next target. Absolute monarchists. Who are you? Kuwait. Kuwait is a puppet of the English. We don't want to mess with the English yet. You're also a puppet of the English. The Saudis have 3 divisions. How are the Iranians? They have a lot more. Let's take out the easy targets first. We'll put you guys here. Maybe we can get ourselves down into like Yemen or Oman and take those ports. Those will be useful. Ports are good. The Greeks. Don't really want to mess with the Greeks right now. But these guys now can extend their battle line. Oops. a lot further, although I don't really have the manpower for it. There we go. Expand them all the way down to 2,000 guns. We did seize some weapons from the enemy. Let's take our, these are our interceptors. Liberation of Iraq. Do we want to put a friendly regime, make them our puppet? Or we're just taking it? We're just taking it. That hurts our war support a little bit. That's alright. Let's put our interceptors down here. Put these guys down here. Boom. There we go. We're moving our Air Force down with us. Let's justify a war goal. Well, first, let's see if we can let's get that extra political capital. We'll spend 50 to get more. Mobile warfare starting up. You know, it's 1937. Let's see. Let's get this research. Extra 3% on our research time. We should have done that earlier. We got distracted doing other things. 48 and 200. It's the same either way. Let's just conquer Najid. We need to really work on our stability and war support. See, our war support actually went up by 1% because we won, and because world tension went up. But we, you know, we'll get that. Looks like things are going quite smoothly for us. We have a little bit of army experience. We have an armored division, but it's got light tanks. We need heavy tanks. We don't have enough experience to do anything else, so we'll start modifying this slowly so we can start building that heavy tank division. Now, I could exercise my guys. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's exercise them, get them up to a better level. Right now they're trained. They don't have any modifiers. Once they are better than trained as a regular, they get a 25% modifier in combat. Also, this is going to provide us experience points. Pause here. We got that. Secret weapons research. Oh, yes. 4 50% bonuses to research. That's great, but we need the military might right now. Let's get our extra military factory. Speaking of which, how are these going? Okay, look at this. Look at that. We're doing great. Fan-dabbly-tastic. Put our little heavy tank thing here. Not that we can build them right now. We may need to trade off one of our factories so we can get some steel since we're 5 short now. We want to trade with somebody we like. The Germans. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. We're going to actually, let's make our selection right here, because we got that extra research slot. Yes, I hear you, alarm. 1937, we are behind on a lot of stuff. Let's get radio. That's going to reinforce us 5% faster. Next episode, we are going to invade the Saudis. Emirat of Saud. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of advance time until, what is this? February of 38? Nah, too much can happen. We'll see you next episode, guys. This is the Great Fashniz. I'm out.